Did y'all see? We had FIBA 3x3 displayed on the Twin Towers out here in Chengdu. We continue with pool play here from the Panda capital of China. It's cooled off. We're later at night, but the games have been hot at the World Tour 2023 Chengdu Masters, where we continue pool D play. We got 5 more 10-minute sprints for you today. And there's 2 teams ready to step on the court right now, and it's Team Beijing and Team Raudondvaris, Hoptrans. The crowd's getting into it. CMC Noah Lazarus, y'all saw a bit of that bucket hat, right? That has some pandas on it. That thing is so cool. I need me one of those. Anyway, Team Beijing, Team Raudondvaris ready to continue pull the play action here. The head-to-head so far is a 1-1 tie in 2023. And Raudondvaris, they've been hot. They won their last 10 pro circuit games in a row. No losses. We'll tell you which games those were, at least some of them, in a little bit, as the MCs get the crowd hyped to go for this next one. Take a look again at the Twin Towers, FIBA 3x3 on full display out here in Chengdu. Lighten up the skyline. But we're going to see lights out action on the court in this next one, as we get ready to get reintroduced to both these teams. Beijing coming out first. And they won a game earlier today against the gritty Saitama team. And Liu Peng is going to come out first. So they beat Team Saitama 21-16 earlier on in the day, mainly because of that man, Song Wei Zhu. He was 8 for 11 from the field for 10 big points. He's joined by Juan Zhu, who had himself 6 points and 7 boards. And notice Mies is the maze. He was a little cold from the field now, I gotta say. So not a lot of scoring from him just yet, but the Zhus picked up the slack as Team Beijing are standing at 1 victory in Pool D play. But they're gonna be facing a tough opponent in this one. Team Raudondvaris, we haven't seen them since their 6th place finish at the Constanta Masters, but they were active on the Challenger circuit. They picked up wins at the Hongshan Challenger in Korea and the Turismo San Juan Challenger, where they dominated the competition last weekend. They didn't lose a single game in both events. And their inside-outside game is on full display. They bring the following squad: Modestas Kumpis, a.k.a. Flight Mode, Paulis Belavicius, Marius Ujupis, a.k.a. the Uzi, and the Monstar Aurelius Bukelis come out. And again, this is one of the hottest teams on the challenger level in 3x3. They already have a Masters win under their belt, as they won the Debrecen Masters this year. And they're going to be battling it out with Team Beijing here. And we'll see some action in this one for sure. Team Raudondvaris, a dangerous inside-outside team with the Monster underneath. Kumpis Flight Mode attacking the rack. And Belavicius and the Uzi shooting it from the outside. Inside's going to be interesting, though, with both Zhus patrolling the paint, trying to stop the Monstar. So let's get down to business, as DJ Losh just put on, as we got 5 more 10-minute sprints in this day 1 action here. Nars Mies is again the maze. He wasn't too active in their first game, missed a lot of shots. He was dropping dimes like he had a hole in his wallet, though. And he's going to have to contend with the Monstar. Aurelius Bukelis, the most dangerous inside player in all of 3x3. And he doesn't do his damage on the inside alone. He's a good shooter as well. So we'll see what he can come up with here.
We say 3x3. 记住我们的口令，倒计时最后3秒，全场一起 3x3。OK。
So the crowd's ready, the teams are ready. And this is a big, big battle with Saitama waiting in the rafters to see if they can maybe gain some hope here.
Before going to battle. Ready, 10,
And the countdown's on. Noah Lazarus, he's got us.
6, 5, 4.
And with the pandas in the background on the Twin Towers, Pool D action is ready to go. And we're on. Belavicius to the Monstar inside, challenging Zhu. And that one's no good. He picks up his own board, though. Underneath, hook shot. And that one's good. So Raudondvaris will take the first score. And then the Monstar with the steal finds Uzi underneath. Off to the races we are. Now it's Juan Zhu underneath. And that score will not count. That foul will be on the floor. So both teams are going to start looking to attack the rack on this one. Take a look again at the quick transition steal by the Monstar and the pass to the Uzi. Mieses crosses up flight mode but gets rejected. Smack that like it's Chris Rock. Slap. That Wilson's out of here. So lob pass to flight mode, who clears some space underneath for the end one. Hooping the harm for Modestas Kumpis. So Raudondvaris is all kinds of serious to start this one. Putting Beijing on the back foot. And Kumpis puts in the free throw as well. So a 4-0 lead here. We haven't even been playing for a minute. Another steal. And this time it's the Monstar from the outside. That's no good. Zhu. To Zhu. Songwei Zhu from the deep end. And that's so deep, he's going to need some soul searching after that. Take a look, Zhu to Zhu. And Zhu for two. Biljavicic. Give and go action with the Monstar. That one's going to be called a bucket. As that shot was deterred a little bit much on the backboard. Goaltending call there. Take a look. Biljavicic. Kumpis tries for the steal. The Maze sneaks away with that one, and it's a foul. And this time it's Li Peng Liu. So Li Peng at the line. Third foul on Raudondvaris. And Liu puts it in. Bukelis. So Biljavicic. They go down to the Monstar. And that's where all the magic happens for him. Underneath the basket, he's so tough to stop. Aurelius Bukelis, the 29-year-old, standing at 205 centimeters tall. Putting the Maze in the hurt locker. And that shot's deterred with a foul. So Bukelis at the line. Finishes the free throw off. 6-3. Zhu. Li Peng Liu is starting to get involved here. And again, they go down to the Monstar. And a bit of excessive contact on that. He's almost thrown out of bounds into referee Donald Quinn's arms. But take a look back at as Li Peng makes it rain out here in Chengdu. Bukelis finds Uzi. And he back scratches that one in. Physical defense by Raudondvaris, and Young Boys Zhu is having some trouble with it. Oh, Zhu by himself denies the screen. So 8-6. And Uzi fouled on the floor. So they're trying to attack Miezes down there. Take a look as Young Boys Zhu gets free for the easy lay. Denies the screen there, splits two defenders off the glass. So a fresh 12 for Raudondvaris as Beijing picked up the fourth foul there. And an offensive foul on Pukelis. So that results in a turnover. See, Loss bringing the fire. Penna. All right, never mind. I shouldn't be singing. It's all good. DJ Loss bringing the tunes and bringing the fire. Even though it's getting colder out here in Chengdu, somebody get me some hot pot. Beliavicius, a flip back to Pukelis. His eyes against the shot, spins away. That pass is deterred. Beliavicius from mid-range though. That's money. 9-6. Songway Zhu now crossing up, but can't leave the Wilson. Ask Tom Hanks about that. So look again as Beliavicius picks up a loose ball, drops into midi. Now it's Beliavicius on the outside, pulling up for two, and that one's good. 11-6, and it's a shootout early. Songway Zhu continues his dominant inside ways. And now it's the Uzi going underneath. That's no good. Beijing with the reset. Liu. That's his second two of the game. Beliavicius. So Liu starting to get involved here. He gets a screen from the Maze. Miezes. Dancing with Uzi. And that goes out of bounds. Take a look again at the spin move by Songway Zhu. And then Li Ping Liu. Involved early. Two big two-point shots go down, and Beijing sticks with the potent offense of Raudondvaris. Sarkumpi is getting it in as well. And then this loose ball got picked up by Beliavicius. So a 9-10 score leading into your first TV timeout. And now the Lithuanian men are back at it. Oh, a steal by Miezes. Gets in front of Aurelius Pukelis. And he's trying to challenge the call with the referee and not challenge it in a good way. So he gets a warning for behavior. Take a look as the Maze has some quick hands and then gets in front of Pukelis. And that's going to result in a foul. So Norris Miezes is at the stripe for one free throw as both teams are at 5 fouls now. Miezes puts it in. So 11-10. Flight mode. Flight mode. Kicks it out. Uzi back scratcher, no good. Uzi picks up the board though. And then rolls out. So now it's the Maze again from behind the Enlio logo. Ooh, you know what? You've seen him hit that, but this one, no good. That's okay though. He'll take a seat. Team is looking at a 1-point deficit without Raudondvaris. They go to Beliavicius, a foul on the floor again. So it's been a high scoring and a high fouling contest after 4 minutes of play.
Score 11-10. Raudondvaris 1-point lead over
Beliavicius again. They kick it out to Bukelis. Bukelis, side rim, but no make. And out the maze again. His scoring touch hasn't been on just yet. He was looking for Zhu. Zhu, hook shot in the lane, no good. Gets his own board. Fighting with the Uzi on that one. Uzi comes away with it. And that will result in Raudondvaris possession here, as Uzi held his ground against Huangbo Zhu. A steal from Sungwei Zhu, and he goes right at the Monstar, fading on the hook off the glass, and that's no good. And now it's Bukelis underneath, and you know what? That's where all the money is. Mieses. It's knocked out of bounds by Bukelis. 6 fouls on both teams. They're both in the bonus. Take a look again. Bukelis underneath is money like Alipay, as Raudondvaris takes a 2-point lead in this one. The maze. Oh, he crossed up flight mode! Flight mode's ankles might still be on the court somewhere. Somebody pick him up. The maze crossed up flight mode and lays it up and in off the glass. That's just mean. That's meaner than your ex's pet. You know how your ex has that one dog or cat that don't like you? That's what that crossover was. Anyway, Uzi is at the strike now for 2. Beijing in the bonus with the 7th foul. So Marius Zuzupis connects on both free throws, extending the Raudondvaris Hoptrans lead to 3 points. Zhu. No space against the Monstar. Now at the maze, stepping back. Zhu's open for 2. And that's good. Songwei Zhu's taking over the tournament here. Beliavicius answers for Raudondvaris. This is a high-scoring game, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, the maze again with the cross. The layup's missed, though. Beliavicius kicks it out. Bukelis is open. Now the maze steps back for 2. That is no good. Bukelis thought about attacking, but they get it to the Uzi. Beliavicius open now. This time, do not leave that man open. He can fill it up like your EV's on charge. Zhu answers for Beijing. And it is high noon out here in Chengdu as we are in a shootout, ladies and gentlemen. Get your cowboy hats out. Songwei Zhu from the 3x3 logo, keeping Beijing in this one. No defense, all offense this game. Take a look at the maze at the crossover. And a little bit of jelly off the glass. And Songwei Zhu, he's been lighting it up all day and continues his dominant play out here in the Panda capital. Flight mode. They look for the Monstar underneath. Easy seal, easy make. That's a recipe for success. Now Zhu decided midair he wanted to take a layup. He's attacking the Monstar. Gives it up. And Li Pengyu will let that one go out of bounds. So take a look again as the Monstar underneath is so good at creating position and then finishing with the easy layup. We are at our second TV timeout. And Raudondvaris has taken a 19-15 lead. We got 3:40 left on the clock, but this game for sure is going to end before the limit. While we are in this timeout, I'd like to give some shout-outs to our official sponsors. Our official timekeeper, Maurice Lacroix, our global sponsor, Chooks to Go. Wilson, of course, for providing that beautiful blue and yellow rock. Schelde basket, as well as Enleo floor. And I do believe we have a magic sky carpet here. Or a carpet. That's not a carpet, that is a cake. Oh, the Maze again with the cross. Uzi was lost, is not made though. As Miezes finally gets one to go. 20-16. But it's game point Raudondvaris, and this is not the man you want to give the ball to in that case. He misses with the lefty scoop. Miezes from the corner. That rebound's picked up by himself. They fight for the boards. Miezes again comes away with it. And now they go to Zhu underneath against the Uzi. Zupis is playing some good defense down there in the paint. I have to say, he's holding his ground against Zhu and Zhu. The Monster at it again underneath against Miezes, falling away on the hook shot. Oh. I think that's it. I thought referee Donald Quinn was going to say something about it, but it's not that. It's the Monster underneath, mashing. Well, not mashing, but fading away on the hook. And that's good enough as Raudondvaris pick up a victory here over Beijing. 21-16 in a straight shootout, ladies and gentlemen. This one ended way early. We got 2:44 left on the clock. Both teams were hot from beyond the arc. And we need some highlights in this one because this one was over quick. On to the next one. Pool A play will wrap up with this one. Lausanne Sport LS against Sansar MMC Energy. Lausanne defeated Sansar once this year at the Sansar Challenger semifinals, and Sansar coming off a 9th place finish at the Doha Challenger a week and a half ago. They played with 3 in their first game as Anand Aryambolt, the archer, looks like he's still recovering from an injury. Curious to see whether he will play. We'll get reintroduced to Team Lausanne first. They picked up a huge victory over Ulaanbaatar and need a #1 team in the world in their first game of the day, 21-17 in a balanced scoring effort. Gilles Martin coming out. He only had 2 points, but he was dropping dimes left and right. He's joined by Wilson, who had 6 himself, Carlos Martinez, who had 7 points, and King West, 6 points and 8 boards, as they took care of the world #1 and look primed for a run out here in Chengdu. This is your team, Lausanne Sports LS. They brought some Swiss soil to this one. King West looking all kinds of happy. And they are going to have to contend with the Mongols. Team Sansar MMC Energy. They also played Oob. That didn't go as well. Sansar lost that game 21-14. And here are the Mongolians. Mungchuruna Sambat. Ikbayar Ulaanbaatar, Engbatar, Ulaanbaatar, and Anand Aryambold. We will see if he actually gets on the court in this one, because he did not in the last one. This is your team, Sansar MMC Energy, holding it down for Mongolia. Ulaanbaatar was big in that game against Ub. He had himself 7 points, a couple of rebounds. Their 2-point percentage was all right, but they didn't shoot too many. They were 3 for 9, and that's not enough to beat a team Ub. Here's your referees for this one. Cecilia Todd, Miroslava Jovicin, Hungary and Serbia. As we are ready to get this one underway. There's King West. He's 36 already. He doesn't look like it. He's got normal colored hair this time. We've seen him with plenty of other colors. I think I've seen him with pink or purple and gray or silver. I don't know. That man's haircut is a piece of work in a positive way. There's Anand Adiumbol. He's not even joining the warm-up, so I'm going to go ahead and say he might not play. The 26-year-old is one of the rising stars in 3x3. A shooter on this team, Sansar. But again, apparently he's still hurting from an injury, so he's going to be on the bench in this one. And we'll see if he gets off the bench. As the teams tuck it over one last time before we head into this 10-minute sprint. We only got 4 left, ladies and gentlemen, on this day 1 action here in Chengdu at Jiaozhou Boulevard. Already some jostling going on underneath the basket. King West and Ulaanbaatar. And King West ends up getting that shot rejected somehow. That's going to result in a jump ball. Sansar, fresh 12.
Possession goes to Sansar. Up top. Pulls up from the logo.
Big shot, no make. And King West comes away with the board. You'll hear some more of that. Now it's King West underneath the give and go. Ends up in Martinez's hand spinning shot. That is good. Underneath, no make again as Ulaanbaatar leaves it short. So now it's Martinez again, kicking it out. King West trying to create some space. He has to take a shot here. Fading away, King West off of one leg. A Dirk Nowitzki fader. But you know what, Team Sansar, they got a shooter. And his name is Ikbayar Ulaanbaatar. That's light work for Martinez on the backdoor cut. Ulaanbaatar looking for space. Pass doesn't get through. Wilson with the good hands. He will take a 2-point shot. That is missed. Sansar splitting the defense. No good. Ulaanbaatar will pick up the board. Now it's the outside again with Mumchudu Nasambat. That's going to result in a foul.
Score 3-2.
Ikbayar Ulaanbaatar. Ulaanbaatar kicks it. And Nasambat pulls up for the midi, but his teammates got his back. Ulaanbaatar. 3-3 score here after 2 minutes of play. Wilson gets free for one. Foul. And one as he was in his 2-rhythm step there. Continuations called by the referee. Take a look again. Quick first step for Wilson. A take foul, but it came too late. So Wilson picks up the and one here. And it's Sansar's first foul. So Rafael Wilson. Knocks in the freebie. 5-3. And the Mongols try to put Gilles into hurt locker, and it works. They attack the shorter Gilles Martin. But Wilson, he keeps on going. Great addition to this team. Again, a big part of the French run at the last Olympics. They didn't make it. But he did play a lot of 3x3, and now he's taking his talents across the border to Switzerland. Gilles. Fast and Martin launches one, and he gets one to go down. See, this is when he gets really dangerous. If he gets these shots to go, then Fast and Martin is one of the crazier mismatches on the offensive end.
Referee to the scorer's table to make sure everything is right.
So referee checking out the scores table to see if everything is all right, and it is. So Sansar MMC Energy, they run a high post play, hand off, and they go down again and attack Gilles Martin. That's again a 1-point shot, an easy layup. But Gilles, you know what? Answers ones with twos. I'm not sure which language to use for Switzerland, as they have 4. So I'm going to go with English on this one. 1-2 is down for Gilles. And a foul on that shot as Wilson got a little too close to Ulaanbaatar. Take a look back as Gilles unleashes the slingshot. And Ulaanbaatar got fouled on that one, so he'll step up to the line for 2, bringing Sansar closer on the first make.
Number 2 ricochets out of the rim.
Martinez down to King West.
Down to the King.
The King looking for some options here. It's Martinez in the corner, toeing the line. No matter because it's not a make. Ulaanbaatar. And that ends up a King West foul. He had his mitts on the Wilson, but a little too much contact on the shoulder and the hands as well. He's trying to debate with the referee that it wasn't a foul, but from personal experience, that doesn't really work. I mean, the referee called it, and that's it. All good, though. Ulaanbaatar tries to take it 2. Martinez is in there with his hands, so it's 4.5 seconds on the shot clock. Sansar will get a check up top. But first, we will have a TV timeout and some much-needed oxygen for the Mongols, as again, Anand Aryumbold not playing. He's on the bench, but he's not gotten off in the first game as well as this one. So his injury is still plaguing him. Not good enough to go. And that's a big miss, as that's your team leading scorer at 7.1 points per game. And one of the best shooters, especially young shooters, in the 3x3 field. Take a look at King West with the touch on the fade. Ulaanbaatar, now he's fouled. So another foul to put one of the Sansar players on the line for 2. And that is just not disciplined defense there by Gilles, who contested from behind. And I'm going to go ahead and say he wouldn't have gotten that one anyways, because, well, Gilles is just not that tall. So Ulaanbaatar. Cash on the free throws. 9-8 game. Gilles. Backdoor for Martinez. But he had a little bit of butter for lunch, and that was stuck to his finger, so that will go out of bounds. Possession back to Sansar MMC Energy. And the 1-2 game of Ulaanbaatar and Ulaanbaatar this time, no effect as a travel's called.
Possession.
A handoff for Wilson leaves him with an open shot that goes down. 11-8. I like the play calling by Lausanne, and Wilson is delivering. Take a look again. He's open, sets his feet, and knocks it in. As Lausanne's taking a bit of a lead here. Underneath.
Wilson, interception.
Wilson with the Wilson.
又是来自于 Western 的抢断。
He's looking for the mismatch. King West doesn't give it to him. So now it's Gilles with 3 seconds left. Gilles creating some space, slinging one up there, and that's very good. It's Gilles Martin.
Unbelievable.
How'd he get that up and in? Take a look. With a cross, stepping sideways, and that's splashing like a kiddie's pool.
Quick release.
Oh no, Ulaanbaatar. No answer for the Mongols.
Rebound.
As Lausanne is taking a bit of a lead and looking at a 2-0
Martinez.
pool play exit here in a positive way.
2分钟轻松上来。
Then uses a foul to stop the score on Sansar underneath. And again, Lausanne is setting himself up for a first place pool finish here on day one in Chengdu as Martinez using that off-ball movement to get easy lays. And Gilles Martin again slinging shots in from the outside. No juice man, no worries. Gilles will pick up the shots. And that was also good. Ulaanbaatar. That one hurt the backboard, but it went down. Now it's the King. Looking at Wilson, and Wilson's by himself.
Easy peasy.
Easy lay.
轻松打进嘴前。
Ulaanbaatar steps back, loses Martinez, and Ulaanbaatar keeps on shooting as well. If Sansar has a shot, it's going to be in his hands. King West trying to answer, no good. Ulaanbaatar again, stepping back. Not a lot of space. He's looking for some. This time he's driving, lays it up, and around the outstretched arms of the King, who is down there patrolling the paint. Now it's King West. And he's fouled on the floor. Sansar has pulled this game within a possession again as we approach the halfway mark here in this Pool A game.
分别次数来看一下，5比3。
Martin. Oh, he lost him, but then he tried to get Martinez on the pass. That's a kickball violation.
脚踢球。
Fast than Martin. With the crazy cross, that man is lightning fast. King West gets a screen from Gilles, lays it up and in. King West dominant inside, and Martinez with the steal. They go back to King West, and he is fouled. And the Kings reigning in the paint.
场上比分目前16比13。
We thought he'd picked up some free throws. That is not the case. So a fresh 12 and a check up top for Lausanne. Gilles. Behind the back, but no good. Gilles picks it up. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Martin creating some space, loses to Wilson. He has to take it, fading away on the slingshot. That's not good. So, oh no, Ulaanbaatar this time over top of the King. That is deterred. Wilson pulls up for the midi. Wilson, that is all cloth. This time it's Nasambat. Picks up his own board. It ends up in Ulaanbaatar's hands. Oh no, Ulaanbaatar this time. And I believe that is a foul on Sansar. As Munchiru Nasambat thought he was going to come away with the board there, but referees thought something else. So 5 fouls each. We're at the 4-minute mark. A holding foul called on Sansar, so that's number 6. And the Mongolians are looking a little bit gassed as they are playing with 3, and that ain't no joke. Wilson screening for Martinez. Now it's Wilson underneath by himself. Wow. That's a good fake by Raphael Wilson. Ulaanbaatar challenges Wilson underneath, no good. Oh no, Baatar ends up cleaning up the mess. Sansar still in this within 2 possessions, but they can't stop Raphael Wilson, who's been shooting, but as I say that, he front rims one. And on the other end, it's Ulaanbaatar pulling the game within 2. Fast and Martin is hacked. You can't ding up a nice car like that.
Score 18-16.
Take a look as Ulaanbaatar sets his feet. And that will get us to a TV timeout in a one-possession game that could be two possessions in a bit. As this man, Gilles Martin, Fasten Martin, is going to step up to the line for two free throws. The Sansar fellas have fought like true warriors so far. Again, they are playing with three, missing their most potent offensive weapon in Anand Aryumbold.
感谢本次赛事官方合作伙伴中联可口可乐官方用酒威尔士官方技师艾美技师以及官方合作伙伴 Six to Go
on the charity strike. First one is a make. So 19-16. We are at the 3:22 mark in this game, but I do believe this one might end before the limit. And Martin puts Lausanne up to 20 points. They're at game point. A take foul on Gilles as he steps off. Sixth foul on Lausanne. That was on the floor, so Sansar are within two possessions. But Lausanne is at game point. Oh no, Butter. To Ulaanbaatar. Ulaanbaatar creating some space. Martinez isn't giving him any hesitation. Ulaanbaatar by himself. That one is thrown off by the King. Now they find Ulaanbaatar underneath, but Wilson's got some quicker hands. And Martinez got the game in his hands. That is a miss. Ulaanbaatar again driving, floaty. That's good. So this is Ikbaya Ulaanbaatar's game on the Sansar end so far. Now it's King West though. Underneath, King West has the game in his hands. That is a miss. Wilson though, midi no good. Sansar with another shot at it. Ulaanbaatar. Sidestepping into a two. Ulaanbaatar front rims it. Who's going to end this one for Lausanne? Game point here, Wilson fading on the hook, and that is a make. Team Lausanne pick up their second win here. Take care of Sansar MMC Energy, who will not be seen again, as Lausanne picks up a 21-17 victory at the hands of Raphael Wilson's hook shot to end the game. He hugs it out with the King. And that's the last we'll see of Sansar. And it's definitely not the last we'll see of Team Lausanne as they end Pool A play in first place with this victory. After also defeating Oob. Oob will also make it through to the quarterfinals. So we'll be seeing them tomorrow as well. Take a look at the highlights in this one.
World Tour. Coming up next.
We continue player right away, but we'll take a look at Pool A. Lausanne Sport Alès making it through with 2 victories. Ubushan and E 1-1. They still continue on, and the Sansar MMG Energy will be bowing out after a valiant effort playing with 3, but they won't be making it to day 2 action here in Chengdu. Now we try to wrap up Pool B action, and this pool is messier than a muddy pig so far. Juan and Omaha have never faced each other on the pro circuit. And Juan they lost to Team Vienna Omaha. Even though they're playing with 3, they picked up a victory against them. We'll see Team San Juan first. And it's Gilberto Clavel who made his return with a splash. 8 points for him in a 21-16 loss to Vienna. He's joined by Alexis Colon, Luis Quascut, who was a little bit quiet in the first one, and Lado Antonio Ralat, who had himself 7 big ones. 2 shots from the outside dropped for them, but they lost against a hot Team Vienna, who wanted to take revenge after their loss in the first game, and that came at the hands of the next team here, Team Omaha. And this man was Sichuan hot. Trey Bardsley, 12 points, 5 from 7 from beyond the 2-point arc in their win over Vienna, a 22-14 trumping. He's joined by Air Parrott, James Parrott, who scored 6, and Big Mitch Hahn. He had 4 points. 2 big shots from the outside went in for him. They were 7 for 12 from beyond the arc. That will help you defeat any team. Again, they are playing with 3. So let's see what fatigue does for them. Mitch Hahn looking sharp to start this one anyway. Not tired at all just yet. These are your officials for this one, Edmund Ho and Cecilia Todd. And both teams will get warmed up. Actually, these teams have a matchup as they played in the finals of the Colorado Challenger this year. That was a San Juan win. Omaha picking up a 2nd place there. But this is a different tournament and a different day. I'm getting a very good look at Gilberto Clavel's haircut. And that is a piece of art, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what kind of cut he has, but it's looking like there's some waves and maybe a flag in there somewhere. I'm not sure. It's looking all kinds of sharp. Let's hope that sharpness transfers to the court in this one. As San Juan, they need a victory. Otherwise, they're out of contention in this one. And they will start with possession, and Lado will take it. Lado looking for Quascut underneath. And the eraser fakes, but doesn't make. James Parrott with the board. They go looking for Bardsley right away. Hahn pulls up for 2. And that one just rolls out. Clavel, early shot goes down. A quick one early in the shot clock, that's good. Now it's Hahn out to James Parrott. Parrott not online with that one, so a 2-0 lead here for San Juan early. I believe that shot was touched though. So possession will remain with Omaha with 3.5 left on the clock. Parrott looking to drive, but Quascut got the good hands. Now it's Ralat. Ralat on the rack attack, looking to attack Bardsley to kick it out to Clavel. Clavel was good on his first attempt from 2, and he's good on this one as well. Bardsley gets to the rack, easy layup, so Omaha on the board as well. Quascut crosses up, challenges Air Parrott. That's no good, but he cleans up his own mess. Parrott by himself, and he challenges the eraser. He can't get to it. On his neck like a 2-year-old. And then Parrott denies the eraser as well. So Parrott, he's got his drone up in the air already. Flying out here in Chengdu, take a look as he goes right at Quaskut, the eraser, who's known for shot blocking. And Parrott says, I don't care, I'll fly up and over you. Rala, end of the shot clock, had to take it. Big Mitch now gets a screen, looking for some space. Big Mitch steps back, no make yet. Omaha's gone cold from the outside in this one. And then Clavel underneath. So a foul on Juan. Parrott again with the runway. This time he takes off for the one-hand spike. Air Parrott back at it. That man's a walking highlight. Starting the game sharper than a samurai sword. There you go, one hand. Easy slam. Colon. Big guard move, but no make. Rebound ends up in Parrott's hands. They look for him, but he loses to Wilson. Now it's Quaskut kicking it out. Lotto stepping back, and the midi goes down. Bardsley. They're not looking to get him any shots. I mean that defensively, but he gets open for one. He continues the hot streak here. 7-5. Trey Bardsley is a man possessed today. Lotto, this time the midi's no good. Quaskut's there to clean it up. And Bardsley is in his bag like some school books. This man is cash from the outside. Foreign currency. Juan, though, they still in the lead. Take a look again as Bardsley, he needs a sliver of space and gets one to go down again. He screens for Big Mitch. They try to do a hand back. Bardsley, no space, but Mitch is there underneath. That layup is missed, but offensive rebound stats count as well. You need those. Fady. Clavel doesn't only have a fade on his head, he's fading on the shot as well. Bardsley finally misses one. He gets his own board, though. And then it's Parrott again, cleared for takeoff, but he misses the layup as he's looking backwards. Missed the dunk because he was looking where Quaskut was at. Take a look again. He looked back, and that cost him a make. That might be fatigue starting to set in there for Air Parrott.
Oh, yes, hold on. We got a winner. What are the jersey?
Trey Bardsley in this one blowing up like a pufferfish. Him and Parrott have been on a rack attack.
Are you still here? All right, if you're still here, we're going to give you this jersey, all right? Looks like he is.
Ralat finds Clavel, but there's a Bardsley hand in there somehow. Now it's Parrott again stepping through with a slithery move that's going to result in a foul. Take a look as Parrott gets that up and over Clavel. He gets in his way, so second foul only on Juan. And James Parrott on the charity stripe. And he, well, let's not talk about that one. Clavel. With the fake, Clavel gets challenged here by Air Parrott. He was stuck in the air. James Parrott is wiping shots like a runny nose. Take a look at this. He hung up there in the air and then still got his mitts on it. Off of vert too. That's ridiculous. Bardsley. Underneath, easy layup. Omaha within 2 now. Clavel. They go to Cologne. 1 second on the shot clock, and that's going to be too late. Clavel, he tried to put it up. And Clavel said he might want to challenge that, but he leaves that. He knew. He knew. Anyhow. Parrott. So Bardsley, but that sails out of bounds. A little disconnect on the Omaha side as the men from the Midwest turn it over.
If the team plays a factor, Omaha only playing with 3 players. This is their second game of the day.
So it's Lotto taking over. To give it up to Quaskut. Back to Lotto. Open shot from the 3x3 logo. That's a no-go. Parrott skies again for the board. Bardsley. And he steps out of bounds. So a turnover on Omaha as Bardsley gets his left foot on the line on that one. So Lotto at it again. He's challenging Big Mitch, but Big Mitch is pretty big. Lotto picks up the board and puts it in. San Juan with a 3-point lead. Now it's Parrott again. Easy layup as he keeps getting the best of Quaskut. Lotto underneath gives it up to Quaskut, and that's an easy layup. So we're past the halfway mark in this one. Omaha go looking for Parrott again. A fake and an easy make. So James Parrott's been ridiculous in this one. And now Clavel is fouled on the floor. Take a look as Parrott with the patience underneath as well. 13-11. Lotto. They go looking for Clavel underneath, and Clavel again deterred by Air Parrott. Bardsley's open for 2, and that's good. Trey Bardsley ties the game at 13, and this Omaha team is grittier than Goku. Take a look. Clavel thought he had a lane, and Air Parrott says, no thank you. It's a no-fly zone here.
13-13.
Clavel attacking Bardsley, and that's going to result in a free throw. Only the second foul on Team Omaha. So they have a bunch to give.
One shot here.
Gilberto Clavel, the man with the goggles, puts in the free throw, giving San Juan a 1-point lead. Bardsley finds Parrott underneath for another smash. Air Parrott in full effect in this game, showing all the range and the dunks. And again with the shot block. And now a foul's called. That might be his 5th block of the game already. Take a look as Clavel fades, and he gets it before the highest point. And again, flying in, smashing like a Krabby Patty. Air Parrott everywhere on the court, both on offense and on defense, but now it's Quaskut at the line. Made free throw. Again, a 1-point lead for San Juan. Parrott underneath again, this time with the mellow dunk. He just threw that in. Floaty for Clavel, keeping his team in the lead here. And a foul's called on San Juan. That's only foul number 3. As we're looking at a 16-15 game, heading into our second TV timeout. And Clavel, he's hanging out in the Omaha timeout. Still talking some smack, I believe, but maybe it was some nice things he said. Take a look at Clavel, gets deterred by the long arms of Heir Apparent. I don't even know. It looked like he was lagging up there. He just hung in the air and then smacked it away. It's like a video game bugging out. He just hung up there in the air and didn't come down. The man's got 4 dunks, 4 blocks, and 6 points in just a ridiculous game by Parrott. Bardsley, no space. And Colon gets that to Parrott, and you already know. More jelly than a peanut butter sandwich on that one. 16-16. Now it's Clavel inside. He uses a fake, but he's in there for 3 seconds. I don't know. I didn't know there was camping like that in Puerto Rico. Take a look again. Right hand to jelly off the glass. Parrott again spinning with the jelly once more. That man's got more jelly than a middle school lunch. And then one again for Parrott, who is just taking off in this game. What is happening? My goodness. James Parrott going ballistic in this one. That's foul number 4 on Juan. Parrott at the line. And he knocks in the freebie. Omaha with a 2-point lead. Lotto, no space. It's Clavel now with the fake. And again challenged by Parrott. I don't know if that counts as a block, but his shot didn't go because of him. Lotto fading away on that. Parrott gets the board for his team, and he's playing like a man possessed. They're giving him some space. Quaskut, and he's by himself, and another dunk. Heir Parrott. They tried to get a take foul on him, and they couldn't get it. That man is slithery. Take a look as Parrott gets free for another easy dunk. And he's elevating this game like the Twin Towers out here in Chengdu. They'll take a timeout. And Omaha, they got a 3-point lead here going into the last 3 minutes of the game.
Scrap their way back, and now they lead by 3, and they're 2 points away from the W.
So Omaha could be coming away with 2 victories in pool play here, and this is San Juan's last grab at it. If they lose, they're done. Quaskut to Lotto. Lotto pulling up from the logo. That's a miss. He gets his own board. Down to Clavel. Clavel is fouled. And I do believe that's called on the floor, as Trey Bardsley didn't want none of that post up.
Both teams with 14 fouls.
4 fouls on both teams. And a fresh 12 for San Juan. Lotto pull up. Back irons it. And Alat puts in his own miss. 1 possession game here. Heir Parrott looking to cross and looking to sauce. He finds Big Mitch open for 2. And that's good! Team Omaha dismantles San Juan in this one. At the hands of Heir Parrott coming through on the last one with the key assist. And Big Mitch Hahn delivering the knockout punch. What a gritty game. Playing with 3 coming out of pool play with 2 victories for Omaha. Knocking out San Juan, who will be taking an early leave here from Chengdu. They'll be looking at some pandas tomorrow and not at that $40,000 bag. We will not be seeing them again after that 21-17 victory.
赛当中最佳的自拍照。如果你现在在我们的现场，请你跟随你的爸爸妈妈去到我们的诺亚叔叔的面前。
So here's your Pool B action. Omaha coming away with 2 victories. Vienna end up 1-1. They will sneak into the quarterfinals. And San Juan, they'll be bowing out at 0-2. Spoiling Gilberto Clavel's return to the 3x3 court. We'll have a short break before we get into the last 2 games of the day.
For you, hold this. 然后拿起来，把这件衣服拿起来，对，哇，来我们一起 basketball
3x3。
Congratulations，
祝贺你小朋友，
棒棒赞，棒棒赞，
给大家掌声好吗？
哎 ，fist bump，
还有我的 ，OK， 好，可以去到你的爸爸那里。
Congratulations. Don't worry, we have more gifts tomorrow, so y'all come back for day 2, huh?
明天我们还会有这样的环节，也希望我们现场的球迷可以一起踊跃的活动。
So we already got the next game on deck, and it's Team Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy playing Team Utrecht. They've never faced each other in the pro circuit. They've both played a game today, though. Team Utrecht, they stepped up and lost to Team Liman 21-10. Team Ulaanbaatar also took an L, 21-20. We got Team Ulaanbaatar coming out first. Margot Dugosia, a.k.a. Dougie, comes out first. He's joined by Dulgo Nenkbot, who had himself 6 points in that first game. Del Gerniam Davasambu, a.k.a. the Bull, comes out next. Also 6 points with 7 boards, and Steve Sir, he was 1 for 12 from the 2-point arc in that game, and they still almost came away with a victory. So again, they lost 21-20 against Team Liman. And they're going to be playing Team Utrecht, representing the Netherlands. They lost to Liman 21-10. Olaf Schoftenaar coming out first. He's moving gingerly. I spoke to him backstage. He has a little bit of a calf issue, so he probably won't be entering the game in this one unless it's heavily needed. He's joined by Brian Alberts, Nesta Agassi, and Leno Witteveen. They took a pretty hefty loss. They stuck with Liman through the first 5 minutes of play and then just couldn't score anymore, and Liman ran away with it. So these fellas, they're going to be trying to take on Ulaanbaatar, and it's a win-or-go-home situation for both teams. Loser has vacation. The winner will go on and play in the quarters tomorrow, as Liman is already through pool play with 2 victories. So both teams will get warmed up. Easy referees for this one: Edmund Hall and Miroslava Jovicin. So this is the second to last 10-minute sprint here on day 1 action in Chengdu. And both these teams need a win, and they need it badly. Otherwise, it's going to stay with day 1 action for them. Again, on Utrecht's side, Olaf Schoftenaar not even warming up. His calf is bothering him. They play 3 tournaments in a week. I can imagine that is a little bit heavy on the body. So they're going to be playing with 3 and have a sub on the sidelines just in case it's really necessary. If not, he's not going to be stepping on the court. There's Nesta Agassi, the 23-year-old representing in the youth tournaments this year. Also putting in some big tournaments in the big leagues. He's making that cross from the youth 3x3 tournaments, the Nations Leagues, as well as the World Cup Under-23 here to the men's circuit. Started out last year, coming through this year as well. And he is a bit of a highlight machine as he is known to get some dunks.
Yes, about to go down now. Team Ulaanbaatar in black, Team Utrecht in green. And you know we do before every game, countdown from 10. We don't say 3, 2, 1.
All right, both teams get a little talk in before we get things going. The countdown's live.
5, 4, 3,
As we wrap up Pool C action with this one. Team Ulaanbaatar will take the check. And it's Enkbot starting it off. Steve Sir looking for some space. They go down to the bull. He's in the China shop. And that results in a miss. Agassi. There's some bullish hands in there. And now it's Enkbot by himself trying to share. And Davasambu lets that one slip through his hands. Davasambu at the rack attack off the glass. That's good with one hand. Utrecht goes into Agassi again. Now he's looking to challenge Enkbot. And that results in a foul. Take a look at the bull. That one-hand game is so effective as his low stance and wide body keeps bodies away from him, and he gets to finish it off the glass. Now it's Nesta Agassi at the line with an opportunity to tie the game. Front rims the free throw. So possession over to Ulaanbaatar. Doogie. Finding Enkbot. Enkbot on the drive is all by himself. So a 2-0 lead, Ulaanbaatar. Leno gives it up to Nesta, stepping back for two. Double clutch two-point shot goes down for Nesta Agassi. Now it's Steve Sir. No space for him. He finds Doogie. Doogie, high arcing two. Off the back iron. That's a rebound for Utrecht. So now Agassi goes at the rack. Doogie picks up a take foul. Look at Agassi jump. I think that Wilson got touched there by Doogie, but he still managed to get it up and in. What an incredible shot. Doogie did the quick hands. Saves it inbounds to the bull, and how did he get it to him? Eyes in the back of his head on that pass for Doogie. Now it's Nesta again stepping back. No make. Sir with some daylight. Cash. Alberts. No make, and the bull corrals a rebound. They go back to Sir, and the bull's by himself now. So Ulaanbaatar charging out to an early lead. Leno crosses, steps back. Leno Witteveen. No make. Rebound saved though. So it's Alberts. Let's give and go with Agassi, who got it through him between the legs. Hoop and the harm for Brian Alberts. Take a look at the trickery in between two legs in the and one. That is ridiculous. And Alberts finishes the free throw as well, pulling Utrecht within a possession here. Enkbot in and out. And Alberts, no make on the shot there. This time he decides to take a drive. He's defended well by Enkbot. Gives it up. Witteveen, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Crosses over Enkbot. Easy layup. Leno's got more crosses than a Catholic church on that one. And a kickball violation as Leno Witteveen. Take a look again. Double cross, layup off the glass. And then he got charged by the bull. Enkbot by himself for the one-hand punch. Agassi at the rack, but Doogie with the good hands. Doogie spinning and winning on that as Ulaanbaatar has a 3-point lead again. Alberts
就像陀螺转一样。
Alberts looking to create some space, pulls up for two. Has not been good on his shots just yet. And I believe that it's going to be a foul on Team Utrecht. As we take a look again at the slam by Ulaanbaatar. That will get us to a TV timeout, of course. A double nutmeg. That's a specialty. More spice than the Sichuan on that pass. Sir. The bull going at Agassi underneath, and again that wide body keeping people away from blocking the shot. So a 9-5 lead. Ulaanbaatar. Leno with the feint underneath. Layups missed. Rebounds in the hands of Ulaanbaatar. Now Sir has some daylight. That's almost down, but it will be 2 free throws as he got fouled on the pull-up shot there. Sir got hit on the arm on that one, and see that is halfway down. That's a 90+% free throw shooter you're putting on the stripe. So Steve Sir handling his business like a CEO. 10-5 Ulaanbaatar. Get the feint to Agassi underneath, 2 hands for safety. Trying to bring some energy to the squad. Easy dunk, pick and roll game in full effect. Take a look again. Yummy. The bull. And a 3-second violation called as Marco Dugusia. He was hanging out, camping on the Mongolian steppes.
身着黑色球衣的这边乌兰巴托是上一周在上海拿到冠军的球队。
Alberts. They get it to Leno, and he throws the pass away. The Bull taking his time with it. They go looking for the Bull, but Utrecht's got the good hands on that. Alberts, no space. They go to Agassi again. He steps back 2 feet behind the line, and that's a make. I think Doogie got hit in the gonads because he's on the floor and hurting Agassi. Another 2 no make. It's 3-on-2 as Doogie's still down. Now it's Leno from the corner. That 2 is not good, but Agassi puts it in. Doogie somehow got up. The resurrection of Marco Dugusia. And a foul's called underneath as bodies are flying everywhere. And Doogie will take a seat, and we'll try to shake that one off. The delay of game warning on the flops for Utrecht. So they are warned by referee Edmund Ho. Take a look again. That might have been a bit of a flop, yes. Maybe, judging by the images.
Checking out the footage to see what went down.
裁判要通过回放再来看一下刚才的判罚。
So
再和大家介绍一下，在场上身着黑色球
both
衣
teams
的
talk it over.
巴托也是上一赛在上海
As the referees take a look at the images in this one, make sure everything's okay. We're looking at an 11-9 game in a win or go home situation for both teams. Again, if you tuned in late, Utrecht is playing with 3 players. Olaf Schoftenaar is on the bench, but his calf is bothering him, so he's not going to play unless it's really necessary. Sir, daylight challenged by Alberts. Doesn't matter. You don't want to give that man any shot at it. Steve Sir slinging again. Now a foul's called on Enkbot. As he tried to go for the steal, we'll take a look at the hand back for Steve Sir, and he is deadly from out there. His first game wasn't too much of a success with a 1 for 12, 2-point arc percentage there, but it didn't change anything in the second game as he just keeps on shooting. Enkbot underneath, layup no good. The Bull, though, he's there. Utrecht comes away with the board. Still a 2-point game. Nesta. Again, a shot from beyond the arc. Nesta no good. Doogie comes away with it. Now it's Doogie. They go to Enkbot. Enkbot. That layup's no good. That out of bounds call is not challenged. It was looking like Doogie was trying to. Alberts. Alberts going at the Bull behind the back, hanging off the glass, and Alberts is good. Utrecht is hanging in this one, but it's Steve Saar again. And you know what happens when he shoots? The nets giggle because he's tickling the twine. Take a look at Alberts behind the back, hanging, putting it in off the glass. But Ulaanbaatar still looking at a lead off of two Steve Saar twos. A lob pass to Nesta underneath. Clears Doogie and gets Utrecht back within a possession. 15-13. Saar again. And you don't want to give that man any space. It's 3 in a row for Steve Saar. Alberts, can he answer? No good. Side rim. So Steve Saar again bringing his team a lead when it's needed. He's just running off of screens, and whenever he catches, he's rising up and taking a shot. Now it's Enkbot stepping up to the line for one. And Ulaanbaatar is a little bit of a lead in this one. Enkbot makes it a 5-point lead for last week's Masters winners. Leno, no look pass, sailing out of bounds. Saw Nesta, but couldn't get the pass there. Enkbot. They try a hand back again for Saar. This time Enkbot takes it himself, denies everything, but comes away with the score. Utrecht looks like they're running out of gas a little bit. Nesta, they need something. A step back. Agassi, side rims. Now Saar is open again, but he gives it up. The Bull down low. And again, keeping that rock away from Agassi, who can't use his shot blocking capabilities. Ulaanbaatar at game point. Leno underneath. Utrecht, they scored their 14th point. But this is last week's Masters winner. Steve Saar driving slow like Paul Wall. No good on the make, but he takes Nesta's cookies. A turnover as a result, though, so it's almost 3 minutes, or almost at the 3-minute mark in this one. And a timeout's called. Utrecht is looking all kinds of gassed. Again, they're playing with 3. Take a look again at Nesta underneath.
Once again, let's take a time to thank our sponsors, Coca-Cola, Capco,
His dunk rallied the team for a comeback. He's knocked down some twos, and he's really picked up his offensive game. So as we head into the last stretch of the game here, Ulaanbaatar looking at game point. Utrecht, they need a little bit of oxygen. Their offensive game got stuck in customs for a little bit. They refound a little bit of it. They need some shots to go down, and it doesn't help if Enkbot's there with the quick hands. Alberts fading again. 1 foot fader for Alberts, 20-15. Doogie to Enkbot. Enkbot on the rack attack. Faking, and he gets blocked, but that's a foul on Agassi. And Enkbot will step up to the line with the game in his hands. Take a look again at Alberts fading off of one leg. That's a floaty that you use at the beach. So Doogie and Enkbot with an opportunity to bring Ulaanbaatar the quarterfinals here. And there's no make on the free throw. Utrecht again with a miscue as fatigue is starting to come into effect here. So Ulaanbaatar, an opportunity at this again.
Possession back to Team Ulaanbaatar.
Sir with a little bit of daylight. Not enough apparently. Sir again from the corner. Second shot also not a make.
Out of bounds.
So that goes out of bounds. And a timeout is called as Team Utrecht tries to get some oxygen in their system. Look at last week's MVP, Steve Sir.
Reminder as well, please follow FIBA 3x3.
He refound some of his jumper in this one. His last one was a tough one for him. And it was his 2 balls that put Ulaanbaatar in the lead. And have put them at game point here. Against a feisty Team Utrecht, I have to say. And they still have a possession here. Albert's open for 2, crosses between the legs, not a make though. Agassi with the board. He kicks it out. Leno's open now. And Leno misses. Agassi with another board. This one is saved in bounds by Dugi, who again tries to hurt the boarding. It's the 3rd time he's landed on the top of one. Steve. And it's Enkbot underneath. No make again. Good defense by Utrecht. Alberts now. Witteveen. No make. And an Ulaanbaatar rebound. So Utrecht, they need some shots to go down and they can't find any. Steve Sir. A foul on the floor. Foul number 6 on Utrecht. Take a look as Doogie with the hustle flies into another set of boardings. Sir, open shot, no contest. Leno underneath. 20-16, Utrecht within 2 possessions. Doogie asking for a screen. He's looking for the ball. Steve Sir says it is enough. I'm done with this. And he ends the game, bringing Team Ulaanbaatar a quarterfinal and putting Team Utrecht away in this one. A 22-16 win for Ulaanbaatar on the back of some hot shooting by Steve Sir. They will be advanced until tomorrow. We will not be seeing Team Utrecht again in this one. As your final score is 22-16.
Coming up next.
Welcome to the World Tour.
Coming up next, our final game of day 1. Pool D game 2. We have team Raudondvaris Hoptrans versus Saitama Alphas EXE. Team Raudondvaris Hoptrans from Lithuania and team Saitama Alphas EXE from Japan.
即将要进入到的是今天晚上的最后一场比赛，对阵的球队分别是来自于 D 组立陶宛劳东德马里斯队，以及今天上午所决出的来自于日本的 Hoptrans EXE。
Last 10-minute sprint of day 1 action here as we lock up Pool D action with a game between Raudondvaris Hoptrans and Saitama Alphas EXE. Raudondvaris, they're up 3-0 all time against Saitama. Take a look at this beautiful venue with the 3x3 displayed on the Twin Towers. Ain't that pretty? We'll get reintroduced to Team Raudondvaris first as flight mode takes the court. Modestas Kumpis. He's joined by Paulius Belavicius. They beat Beijing in their first game of the day. The Uzi was big in that one. They picked up a 21-16 victory over Beijing, and Belavicius, he had 8 points. Bukelis, he had 6 himself. The Monstar was mashing down there. And this is Team Raudondvaris Hoptrans. And they're going up against this team, Saitama Alpha EXE. These fellas are at their 4th game of the day. They went through the qualifying draw and came in one of the tougher pools facing Beijing in their first game. They lost 21-16. Leo Ozawa was the leading scorer in that one with 5 points. He had 2 big 2-point shots. He's joined by Devin Richard Gilligan, Petar Sukur, and Tomoya Ochai, the Worm. They took a slight loss, but they're not out of things just yet. A victory against Team Raudondvaris Hoptrans with enough points scored, and we'll get the calculators out for you, no worries, at some point here. But with enough points scored, they might be in contention still. There's Miroslava Jovicin and Donald Quinn officiating this one. And there's the monster Aurelius Bukelis again. He had 6 points in their first game of the day. He was using that size to his advantage underneath, getting some easy seals and buckets down low. And there's the Worm, Tomoya Ochai, the 36-year-old. He's been in the game for a long, long time. Check out our official accounts as there's a post there detailing him throughout the years at FIBA 3x3. And he's been active, I think, since 2013 in 3x3. That's a long, long time. And both teams will get ready to go here, get warmed up a little bit as we end pool play with this one. This is one we might have to bring our calculators out. We'll get to that once it starts happening though.
那么在明天的比赛当中的话呢，我们将会有8支球队进入到明天下午的比赛。
All right, it's about to go down, y'all. Last time of the day. You ask everybody to join us on this countdown. All the way for 10, but we don't say 3, 2, 1. We say 3x3.
最后一场比赛，现场的各位球迷一起和我们再次记住我们的倒计时，3秒 3x3 的口号。现场各位成都的球迷，让我们在最后一场比赛当中继续把我们的激情发挥出来。
10, 9, 8, 7.
So the last countdown of day one action here in Chengdu, 3x3. You heard him, Noah Lazarus is good. As we have one more 10-minute sprint lap left to wrap up Pool D action.
Here we go,
Ochai to Gilligan. They found Sukur. Sukur on the rack attack. That's good. Saitama on the board first. Now Sukur has to try to deal with the Monstar. He gets the steal. Quick hands by Peter Sukur. Take a look at the energy for Team Saitama.
Sukur puts Team Saitama on the board first. This team Saitama gets another possession. And we get to Ochiai.
That's a kickball violation. Sukur looking for Gilligan.
And miscommunication there.
And that's going to end up on Gilligan's Island. Bit of a miscomm. So Raudondvaris with a fresh 12. And it's flight mode. Behind the back to the Monstar out to Beliavicius. And you know what that is. Good. Shout out to MC Noah Lazarus. Oh my goodness. He punched the Wilson there. That wasn't a block. And another 2 goes down for Raudondvaris, but I'm still recovering from that punch by the Monstar. I heard that block. The worm fading away. No good on that one. A take foul on Ochai. And he's talking to the referees and says, come on, that might have been a foul, but, you know, take a look again, though. Wipes that off the glass. So Ujupis, he falls into Sukur. And both players, they talk it out. Ujupis was looking for an unsportsmanlike foul. And we'll take a look at this one. I think they're looking at if this was egregious or not. So Tomo, Ochai is trying to talk to referee Donald Quinn. Unsportsmanlike fouls called on this. So the Uzi will step to the line not for 1, but for 2. And the Uzi back stretches that one, but it's a miss.
Second free throw, buckets.
Second one goes down. So Raudondvaris is taking a 5-1 lead here. Super. Hands it off to Gilligan. Now it's with the worm. Sukur again looking for Gilligan underneath. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Gilligan has to put something up from the side. That one left begging. So Monstar with the board. Underneath. Uzi fading away. Cash. And a take foul on Modestas Kumpis. You take a look back at the Uzi with the fade. That's a very difficult shot, but it goes down. Okay, this will take a seat, and Beljavic is back on the court. And he'll start playing another sport right away. Kickball violation.
Score 6-1. 8 minutes, 18 seconds remaining in the game.
Ozawa. Cross court to Sukur. Sukur on the rack attack, easy layup. Saitama at 6-2. Beljavic gives it up to Pukelis. Shovel pass. Sukur on the outside answers with 2. 7-4. Now it's the Monstar. No one's open, so he decides to take it himself. It's a very strong layup, and then he almost gets the steal, but he runs into Ozawa. Beljavic's shovel pass to the Monstar, easy off the glass.
They won earlier this year on the World Tour in Debrecen, Hungary, with the 8th stop on the tour this year.
Gilligan underneath. And again, it's the Monstar trying to create some space. It results in a foul on Team Saitama Alphas EXE. That is foul number 5. Uzi lefty make and the foul and 1. Marius Uzupas. Look at Uzupas bouncing off. Gilligan getting a make with the lefty. Off the glass, 2. 6th foul on Saitama. We're in the bonus already. We've been playing for 2.5 minutes. And Marius Uzupas on the line. Missed free throw for Uzupas. Sukur. Quick hands by flight mode. And it's back with the Uzi. Stepping all the way back. Own rebound. And now it's flight mode once again, looking for some space. Beljavic front rims it. Gilligan this time. Looking to go baseline, nothing there. Beljavic with the good defense. Now it's the Worm, 3 seconds on the shot clock. He gives it up to Sukur. Sukur front rims, chases down his own board, and there's another boarding down. Players are just out to hurt the boardings today. I'm not sure why, but this is like the 5th time somebody's fallen over him. Sukur, in a great show of sportsmanship, he runs over a volunteer and kisses him on the forehead. You guys couldn't see this, so this is funny. Take a look at Sukur. He runs over the boardings and drops a volunteer. And they're both laughing at each other, and then Sukur went up to him and gave him a kiss on the forehead. Sportsmanship in full effect. And Sukur got through for some layups as well in the highlights. But it is Team Raudondvaris with a 4-point lead here. Kumpis. Floaty. No good. Rebound ends up with Gilligan. Ozawa. His 2s ignited a comeback for Saitama in their last game. They might need some of that. They go to the Worm though. Ochai is still coaching on the court as he's telling Ozawa to create some space to the side so he has more room for the pass. High post play here. Sukur is open. That one's still going. That Wilson might up in the next Masters. Beliavicius. Monstar spinning like DJ Lass out here. 10-5. Sukor, he lost Uzi. Oh, he drops him off for 2. Monstar spinning and winning again. That man is unstoppable down there. And then he gets the steal. He picks the pocket of the worm. Uzi on the drive finds Beliavicius in the corner. No good. Ozawa times the board well. Rio Ozawa gets a screen. Flips it out to the worm who takes a 2. No good. Ball saved in bounds by Uzi, and then Beliavicius comes away with it. Beliavicius on the rack attack. That's a, well, I thought it looked like an easy layup, but it ends up with the Monstar. They all work on their offensive rebounding stats. All 3 players for Raudondvaris getting an offensive rebound in 1 possession. A 12-7 lead is the result. And a foul on Beliavicius. And that's going to be Raudondvaris number 6. We're at the 5:27 mark in this one. It's a 12-7 game. Take a look at Sukor completely losing everyone on that. Ozawa. 2 up, none down. Now it's Gilligan after the rebound. They go back to Ozawa. This time he takes a drive. He challenges the Monstar. And the Monstar wipes that away. Stretches his arms out and smacks that off the backboard. Whoopie's by himself now. That's good as well. He's not just a dunker, ladies and gentlemen. Ozawa to Gilligan underneath. He kicks it out. Sukor is open. 2 up, 2 down. Saitama sticking around on the back of some shooting. They need to play some defense as well, and that's been tough. Take a look as Ozawa challenges the Monstar, and Pukelis just says, get out of here, man. And then Kumpis, big shot. So a holding call on Gilligan. Lead. Uzi stepped to the line for 2.
So it's going to be 2 shots here for number 6, Marius Ujubis.
And a warning for talking on Team Saitama Alphas Exe. And again, the Uzi at the stripe. The 2 easy ones. Ujubis, first one is good. Second free throw is short. So Gilligan with the board this time. They found Sukor underneath, but he's not looking to go up against the Monstar. He's crossing him up though. The worm with the board. Gilligan saves it, and another player goes through the boarding. This time it's the Maurice Lacroix boarding going down. The official timekeeper at the event here. Ochai out to Sukor, looking for some space. Gilligan on the roll. He finds the worm, but there's some hands in there. Kumpis. And now they look for the Monstar. A kick out. Kumpis stepping back. Can he get another one? No good. His own board's there, though. Easy layup. So a 16-9 lead for Raudondvaris. Now it's Gilligan by himself. Challenge, though. No make. And a rebound foul called on Aurelius Pukelis. And that's number 7 on Team Raudondvaris as he reached back on the board there and try to lock up the worm. That's going to be 2 free throws coming up for Tomoya Ochai.
Tomoya UDI, aka UD Worm, at the line. First free throw.
And the Worm knocks down the first. So it's a 16-10 game now. It's Saitama an opportunity to get closer as we are at the 4-minute mark in this one. Raudondvaris still with the comfortable lead though. And the second one's good as well. So a 5-point game here as we're under 4 minutes. Kumpi's kicking it out. The Monster on the drive. Fading in the lane. No good. The rebound is smacked out of bounds. And that will get us to our second TV timeout. Saitama looking at a bit of a disadvantage here as they're down 5 points. If they want to continue play here, they need to come back miraculously here and win the game. And I do believe if we get out the calculators, they also have to score 22 points. If not, they are out.
If y'all still here, let me hear you make some noise!
So Gilligan will take a seat, and Saitama will go with the Worm, Sukur, and Ozawa. As they look to mount a comeback here, Sukur denies the screen, and he gets one from the Worm. The Worm's open by himself underneath, easy lay, 16-12. 2-possession game here. Now Uzi's on the block, fading with the lefty again. Rolling all the way around the Chengdu basket, but going down. Ozawa takes the easy drive. 17-13. Kumpis kicks it out. Uzi's open. Fakes. Drops in the floaty. No make though. Beleavicius, he's got his back. Now Uzi's open for 2. Back scratcher. All cloth. 19-13. Ozawa stepping back. No make on that, and the board ends up in Beleavicius' hands, and he tossed that one into the cameraman. I hope he's all right. Let's hope his face is okay. Let's hope the camera is okay as well. 2:57. There's a timeout. See, the cameraman is still calibrating after that. As that ball, take a look. Lands right in the camera. But he looks like he's okay, ladies and gentlemen. It's a dangerous spot to be in, that baseline camera. I hope he's getting overtime hours for this. Gilligan. Super with the backdoor cut and the and one. And Sukur saying it's not over. The 8th foul on Raudondvaris, and Saitama looking again to mount a comeback. Peter Sukur with the intensity underneath. Off the glass and in, and he's got 2 free throws coming his way. First free throw is good, and the Worm went early. He thought it was 1 free throw. So 19-15. Against Saitama, they need to get to 22 points, otherwise they're done. And they need to win. I mean, if they don't win, it's done anyways. Sukur on the stripe. Second free throw is cash. Beleavicius by himself gets denied by Sukur. And Sukur is trying to rally his team. Take a look at the intensity in that man's eyes. He is fired up, ladies and gentlemen. As he denies Beleavicius the layup here. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. It's Kumpis now looking for Uzi underneath, but that one is going out of bounds. Saitama with a chance now. And they get a score here.
Saitama Alpha's ball. They trail by 3. They can make it a 1-possession ball game here.
The Worm. They go to Gilligan. Gilligan underneath fakes and makes 19-17. A 1-possession game as a result. Kumpis finds Uzi underneath. Not a challenge on that because Saitama is also at 7 fouls. So Raudondvaris at 20. Game point for them. Sukur again looking to create some space. Going at the rack again, laying it up and in. Petar Sukur is unleashed, ladies and gentlemen. It's 20-18. But Beljavic is with the game in his hands from the NDO logo. That's no good. The Worm tries to corral the board, but it doesn't go. Now the Worms with Beljavic's midi pull up. And he says, you know what? Good night, Saitama. That's the one punch that knocked out the one-punch man. Raudondvaris pick up 2 wins in pool play as the Worm dared Beljavicius to take the midi. And he's cashed from the mid-range. And that will wrap up this one. A 21-18 victory for Team Raudondvaris Hoptrans, who come away with 2 victories in pool play. Saitama, they're out. 4th game of the day was 1 game too many, as they stuck close in both of their pool play games, but couldn't get through Beijing as well as Raudondvaris after winning the qualifying draw. So we will not be seeing them again tomorrow.
2023. And tomorrow we start at 4 p.m.
So take a look at the highlights in this one, as it's the last 10-minute sprint of day 1 action here from Chengdu. So that was your last 10-minute sprint of day 1 action. The stage is set for tomorrow's finals day. Take one more look at Pool D action. Team Raudondvaris Hoptrans coming away with 2 victories. Beijing, they sneak through to the quarterfinals as well. Team Saitama Alphas EXE, we will not be seeing them again as they bow out of pool play here. These are your pool phase results for today. As you can see, Raudondvaris beating Beijing and Saitama Alphas as well. Ulaanbaatar coming through with a victory over Utrecht, punching their ticket to the quarterfinals. Omaha, big surprise. 2 wins on day 1. Coming out of Pool B play in first. This is your first stretch of games of the day, where we saw Oob take a loss against Lausanne Sport, who also come out of pool play in first, which is a bit of a surprise, I have to say. But they represent it well out here in Chengdu, where we are about to turn the lights off in the stadium. Again, take a look at your pools. Lausanne and Oob making it out of Pool A. Omaha, Vienna out of Pool B. Liman, Huishan and E, and Ulaanbaatar MMC Energy out of Pool C. And Raudondvaris, Hoptrans, and Beijing coming out of Pool D action. So from 14 teams, we went down to 12. From 12 teams now, we are down to 8. And the stage is set for tomorrow for a big bang of some games. Take a look. These are your quarterfinals. Lausanne meeting up with Ulaanbaatar. Raudondvaris, Hoptrans meeting Vienna. Omaha is going to face off with the Maze in Beijing, and Liman Huishan and E and Oob Huishan and E in a Serbian clash in the quarterfinals here in Chengdu. They're going to try to see who continues on to the semifinals. We will get to all of that tomorrow as action starts here at 4 p.m. local time, so I expect to see you there. We also have a dunk contest and a shootout finals, so be there or be square. This is the Mountain from Chengdu. Out. See y'all tomorrow.